Last week we finally built the stairs in our addition build, so now we can easily make it up into the apartment, and so this week we are not going up there. Instead, we are shifting our focus to outside. We really can't do any more work in the addition build until the cabinets come in, hopefully this month, and then we can continue up there. But it's the perfect time of year to start working outside. So we want to take this whole property from a job site to our home. So we had a bunch of compost delivered. We have a lot of projects on our list this week, but we are starting with one that you guys have been recommending we hurry up and get done, and so we are very excited to see it going up.
All right, it's not bad, but we're gonna move it back towards the addition a bit.
Yeah, it's like sticking out too far.
I think like here-ish. Like that better.
Yeah, I like that better.
All right, I'm gonna run around and look from different perspectives. You like that?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Let's do it.
It sounds weird. I want to look from inside real quick though. It's important.
Good?
All right, I like it. You like it?
I love it.
Team America. Let's get to work.
Okay.
Thanks, son.
Just drop it. Come on. No, don't do that.
That'll do. After walking around pretty much our entire property, we've determined that we want to stick our 25-foot flagpole that we purchased right here in this spot next to the addition. We brought the tractor over and got a 3 or 4 foot deep hole bored out. We're going to stuff that with concrete. There's this sleeve bracket that the flagpole actually sits in, so we're going to set that in place, make sure everything's nice and level, let that harden up, and then stick our flagpole in there. Very excited. All right, so for this sleeve bracket, we're having to cover off the top and bottom. Make sure that as we stick this down into the concrete, no concrete is taking up the cavity that the flagpole is going to sit in. Also, for the top, we want to make sure no dirt falls back in. So we'll do this real quick, and then it's time to start mixing up some concrete. We kind of mix up this first bag in the hole because I actually have 2 different kinds of concrete. So for the bottom, using a sand mix just to hopefully help with drainage. Plus, I just had it laying around, so we might as well use it. This is quickset concrete that we're using. But regardless, I want to be extra safe about things, so I think we're going to let this harden up overnight. We'll get everything leveled off to make sure we're good and straight and everything nice and plumb. And then we'll finish this project off tomorrow. In the meantime, we have a laundry list of other things that we want to get done here on the property.
While the flagpole bracket continues to harden up, we are going to move over to our next project, which is in the garden. We have all of our seedlings already started, and we have a lot of direct sow vegetables that need to go into the ground probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks here. So our garden is a mess right now. We have weeds everywhere, and it is official that we have lost control of the ground weeds that go around the beds. And it's really just aesthetic, but it gets pretty overwhelming. So we do have weed cloth down, and then we put wood chips over top of that. Well, all the weeds just grew in the wood chips, so even though the roots don't go down through the fabric, they're everywhere. It's just a carpet of weeds. So we are going to go take care of that before we actually get to planting in the garden.
Yeah, that's nice stuff. So this is really nice looking stuff. Like most things in the world, quality is something that is waning, and this stuff is supposed to be top notch. I know a lot of woven fabrics or plastics that people use as mulch in their garden beds has a tendency to break down really quick. With this stuff, I'm hoping to get at least 5 years out of it before it has to be replaced. And looking at it, it looks like it's really tough and durable. So happy to see that. You never know what you get when you order something online.
I could go around the world, finest diamonds, precious pearls, they'd all turn to dust in my hand. 7 wonders, city streets, ocean air and mountain peaks, they are not the finest in the land. Much more than these I have seen firsthand. 'Cause there ain't nothing, there ain't nothing, there ain't nothing like coming home to you. And no matter where I go, and no matter
Now, I've always been super reluctant to use black plastic in the garden area where things are supposed to be natural and beautiful and all that, but I'm at my wit's end between the grass that keeps growing over in the orchard and the weeds here in the garden. Enough is enough. Everybody has a breaking point, so we're going man-made. What are we doing?
Taking a break.
What? You dead, man?
You said you wanted a break.
Is it warm?
Yeah, it is. It's so warm. To secure this plastic down, we are using these 6-inch anchor pins. That way the wind doesn't blow it away. Jeremy's pretty much going along every foot or so and then putting one of these along the edges, and then we'll probably do some on the field as well. We're envelope cutting over each of the beds. That way we can fold it under. This plastic will fray if the edges are exposed. So everywhere where there's an edge, we're folding it under, securing it with an anchor pin, and hopefully it stays put. We have a ways to go still on this half, and then we have a whole nother half to do.
No.
I know. We said we were going to get this done before dinner, and now I'm doubtful.
Moonlight mirror through the trees, an angel's face in front of me, and time and spaces, tapestry, steady fold.
Well, it is official. We are done.
Sort of.
We are half done, but we're done for the day because we ran out of these stakes, and it's late in the day anyway. I think we gravely underestimated this project.
Yeah, it's coming along. No completion, obviously, which is unfortunate. It's looking really good. Absolutely exhausted. We will complete it. It's just not going to happen today. So I'll run back in town tomorrow and get more stakes, staples, and then we'll continue on.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to shift gears tomorrow, though, because I have a couple other things that I really want to get done, and then we can give your back and your knees a break.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Mama.
Yes, go! You guys know how important online security is to us, and that is why we have been absolutely raving about Delete Me for about 6 months now. It has been a little alarming, but also really cool how much information Delete Me has not only found, but deleted for us. Something that we didn't know before is there are data brokers out there collecting huge amounts of your personal identifiable information. They will use government sites, public information sites, and even your own social media. They'll collect your birthday, your social security number, your past addresses, and even your family members. They then package it all up, create a profile on you, and then they will license it and sell it to other data brokers, big companies, or anyone that has an interest in your personal information, even scammers. We actually had a personal experience with this when Nevaeh was just 6 months old. Somebody literally claimed her as their dependent on their taxes, and the burden of proof was on us to prove that she was our child to the IRS. And then through that really horrible process, we found out that she also had 2 credit cards opened using her social security number and her name. So this can happen really fast, and you could have no idea before you have a massive mess on your hands. We signed up for the family plan so that all members of our family are protected under just one plan, which is particularly helpful if you have elderly family members because oftentimes they are the target of these scammers. So they have deleted over 500 listings with our personal information on it. And the cool part is they will continue to scan the web, making sure that our personal information doesn't pop up elsewhere. I highly recommend you try Delete Me for yourself and for those that you care about. Just click the link below or go to joindeleteme.com/GSL and make sure to use our code GSL to get 20% off all consumer plans.
So we're back out here in this beautiful, very breezy morning, looking forward to running our flag up, our new flagpole. We came out to make sure that all of that concrete had cured properly overnight, which it had. I took all of that broken ground from augering the hole, stuffed it back around the flagpole, got that tamped down. So things were looking great. All we needed to do was hook up our flag, run it up the pole, but unfortunately that is not going to be happening because we determined that we were missing a bunch of the hardware that was necessary in order to do that, which sucks.
Yeah, so we do have a call-in with the company, and hopefully they will get that sent out in the next couple of days, and then we can finally raise the flag. But for today, we have a lot of projects to do, so let's get to work. So
Holy
here,
eggs.
oh,
Sorry.
what is it? Eggs?
Yeah, there's like 24 eggs in here.
So Eli has to collect eggs every day, or at least he's supposed to. It's part of his chore to care for the chickens, and that includes collecting the eggs. However, he informed us that he is no longer able to get them because they are not rolling down like they are supposed to. So we have come out to the chicken coop to clean out the coop because we haven't done that yet this spring, and we need to do it every spring because we just load up the coop with hay to keep the chickens warm. But then they turn that into compost, we get to use the compost, and now the eggs will freely roll down once again.
Wasp nest eviction.
Ooh. When we designed this coop, we did hardware cloth on the bottom. That way all of their poop and everything just drops through into the run where they can compost it, because we don't really want it building up there. But in the winter time, sometimes we have to stuff it with hay because it gets really cold. This winter we had temperatures around -30 some nights, so it was really, really cold this winter. We gave him an entire bale of hay, and then we figured we just, oh my gosh, bird. So, side note, that is our that's our alpha hen. She's known as Mother Clucker around here. So she's really old and she's super grumpy, and she's gonna yell at us the entire time. So anyway, Jeremy is removing this very large amount of material. We are going to move this over to our compost pile. We will hot compost that for about a year. Then we will use that probably in next year's garden, which will be perfect. It will turn into beautiful soil, but it is sure nasty right now.
So this nesting box that we built is actually set at an angle to where when the chickens go in here and they lay, all the eggs will roll down to this lower part here. The kids can usually collect them. And then for mats, rather than purchasing some, we just got, actually I purchased these too, but these are just door mats that you'd see really cheap. I think they're like $1 a piece, cut in the shape, cut in size, stick them right in there. It makes cleanup really simple and easy. All right, Mama, good to go. I'm gonna go dump this, pile the horse, manure, all that.
Okay, then we'll take care of the horse.
Okay, meet you back at the trailer actually.
Okay.
Watch love, how all of the light just falls through your window, makes you so effortlessly. Now I can see your halo, just a simple moment in time. Can't catch it in the fall. Permanently framed in my mind. I swear I won't let you go. I swear I won't let you go. How I never noticed your eyes and all the lovely colors. It's all that I see.
Get the gate out of the way for the mats and bucket. Protect Mama's new gate.
Inside, how will I recover? How
Flop it.
burn to bring to my life. I'd love to be your lover. How can I be your lover? How can I be your lover? I wanna be your lover.
Hashtag horse husband. Never ending. Here we go again.
Horse husbands everywhere are like, yes. So poor Jeremy's over here dealing with this mud issue that we still have. So really, we need snow stops and gutters for sure, 100% before fall. But for now, we're dealing with just some spring thawing. So the ground has dried out everywhere on the entire property, except for where the horses continually trudge in and out of their stalls. So it's just a total mud pit. For now, we're going to actually be taking some rubber stall mats and putting those down. And that way they're not grinding all of the wood chips into the ground. So we're going to flatten it all out, put a little bit of wood chips, and then the stall mats. I don't think that we bought enough stall mats, but at least we'll know what we need. Yay! Horse husbands, unite! From all the horse wives out there to all the horse husbands, even though we don't say it enough because maybe our horse is nevering like it's never nevered before, or maybe our mare is being marish, we see you and we appreciate you, and we really love that you always let us buy a new pony when we want to, and we know that this is not what you want to do on your day off, but we love you.
That's good. That's pretty strong.
I'm very strong.
I'm impressed.
All right, after much discussion, we have decided to do 3 on the outside because that's where it's really mushy, and then we're going to do one right in the doorway. So they've got a 4x8 path that's a rubber in the doorway. Hopefully that keeps all the moisture out of that area that they walked.
Moist.
Fingers crossed. Moisture.
That'll be good for now. It addresses the horseshoe issue of them going back and forth between the stalls, right?
Yeah.
We're still gonna get water though.
I know. We need gutters. Well, we're back in the garden now because we have the stakes and we're going to finish off this garden space today before dinner. However, the kids just informed me that Lexin loves the stall mats and he's going in and out. However, Blue is horrified of them, like really, really scared of them. Stall mats are lava, so I need to go over there and deal with that because otherwise he's going to starve because they get fed in the stall, and currently Lexin is taking advantage of that and eating both of their lunches.
All right, second roll, unfurl.
Unfurl. I have to go help the horse.
Unfurl. What, right now?
Well, Blue's standing there.
I need help.
He's scared.
I'm horse number 1, come on.
Okay, I'll help you. Oh, I saw my, like, it was like a jam of all food. Follow the yellow brick road. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go, good boy. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Blue. Good boy. Good boy. That's not scary. Now we're gonna walk back out. Okay? Okay? Come on. Look, I'm doing it. You can do it. Here you go. Come on. You can do it. Good boy. There you go. See? Okay, now we're going to walk in this one. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. It's not scary. There you go. Okay, now we're going to walk back out. We're going to walk on the mat. Good boy. Good boy. See? See? Okay. Well, I don't feel like you're over your fear, but hopefully you won't starve yourself. Give me a big kiss. It's okay?
Give me a kiss.
Okay, well, I think it's going to take him a few days, but I think he's going to be okay. So I'm going to go help Jeremy finish up the garden. How's it going?
It's going. Look at how close we were.
Oh man, wow, we're only like 2 feet from the edge.
Almost made it.
That's a bummer.
I'll hop online by a narrow strip. We can cover that too.
All right.
We'll be good. I'm gonna take a quick break from getting this plastic put down, but a big part of my goal for the year with this property beautification project that we are finally taking on is getting some landscape edging done around what is now our lawn. This was one-time pasture. We've mowed it down, tried to maintain it and improve it to the point of it being a nice lawn. Kaimani, big boy Kaimani here, has been going around and edging everything with our flat shovel. I'm following him up with a pick, pulling up all this dead grass that we have around our garden fencing and then just the perimeter of our lawn as a whole. It's a really big job. And I so appreciate his help because of that. It's making a massive, massive difference looks-wise.
We have made it. We have made it to the final bed. We still have a 2 to 3 foot section that did not get covered. Jeremy's going to get all the plastic ordered for that area. The orchard grass, now that's a whole other story. We may be repeating this over there, but for today, it's getting very windy. I think we may have a storm rolling in, so we're gonna hurry up and get this done.
Boom, donezo.
Boom, donezo.
Look how clean it is, look.
Ah!
How clean. Huh?
Oh, that's nice. You're smashing my boot.
So clean, now we can roll around and frolic in the garden like Adam and Eve.
Without catching fleas. This week we covered up jobs that we had already done. Jobs that at one point we stood back and said, it's good. But time is funny like that. It has a way of taking what was once beautiful and making a bit of a mess of it. This place is never going to be perfect nor complete, because once we finish one task, there's always another one and then another one that needs fixing. In a strange way, it's a blessing though, because it gives us purpose. And at the end of the day, purpose is so often what's missing. So whether it's a messy garden space, or a muddy pasture, or a fractured relationship, there is always great purpose to be found in mending what was once broken.